Hello, can you guys hear me? Oh, okay, because
Hear us?
I can hear you now.
I'm gonna connect Jesse to the Zoom on my laptop once I connect to the internet, 'cause I want to share my screen later.
Okay, perfect.
Or I don't have the Wi-Fi password, so George is texting Shantae right now. Number 21, like all lowercase. I'm getting Mhm. Yeah. It looks like I'm in. Thank you, Shantae. Yeah, I'm online, and then I went to the Zoom meeting. There we go.
Okay. Is the agenda okay, Sammy? Okay. So let's approve the minute. The motion to approve.
Move to approve.
We can't hear anyone.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. You say your motion by Jonathan to approve the minutes. I second. Everybody?
Aye.
Virginia?
I don't know if Jesse can hear us. Jesse, can you hear us? You're on mute. You're on mute, Jesse.
Okay, I can hear you, but I can barely hear George. Can you speak a little louder or maybe into the mic? 'Cause
Yep. He has his mask on and the mic is like super far away. He
Oh.
probably doesn't want to get too close to the mic because he doesn't want to.
Yeah, that's why I didn't hear what he was saying. What is he asking?
He just read through the agenda. He's going through the items on the agenda. He said any
Okay.
additions to the agenda, there were none, and approval of the
Okay.
minutes. He moved to approve the minutes. Jonathan seconded, and we all
Okay.
voted aye.
Okay, yes.
Okay. So, so we approve the minutes, St. Patrick's Day, recap from the event. I had the money, there were monies from vendors, from sales and money from donations. We pay the taxes on the sales.
I think you skipped over the public comment and I see somebody,
Oh.
someone in the public would like to comment.
Roll call, go to the public comments. Yeah, okay, sorry.
She's on the Zoom. You don't have
But
Zoom.
if
open.
this is for Earth Day, we are on item 7A.
No, there's somebody on Zoom that is raising her hand and she'd like
Okay.
to make a public comment, I'm guessing.
All right, public comments.
Go ahead, Yvette.
Yes, hi. Thank you, Jill. I wanted to, on behalf of the Girl Scouts 1305, ask if we can have a booth at Earth Day. We were told by Yesenia to present ourselves. The boys grilled last time at the St. Patrick's Day, and it was very successful for them, for their camping that they want to do. And for the Girl Scouts, they are working on their Gold Award, which is equivalent to Boy Scout Eagle Award, and they want to sell from our neighbor Mary Benton, who has a butterfly garden. She has these butterfly pamphlets and butterfly plants, and they wanted to sell homemade ice cream.
That sounds lovely. I think we should discuss that when we get to the Earth Day
Yeah,
item
we-
on the agenda. And then
Okay.
Yvette, you could either hang out and stand by until we get to that item, or perhaps log back in a few, well, it's like almost the next thing on the agenda. So you
Okay.
might wanna do
I'll
that.
wait. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Mhm.
So about St. Patrick's Day, well, we pay taxes on the sales and we have some donations and we pay the band. I don't know if you guys were there, I wasn't there, so if you care to comment on how it went, the event.
Jesse, do you want to comment about St. Patrick's Day, or do you want us to comment so you can rest? Oh, Jesse, I think you disappeared. Jonathan, do you want to comment about St. Patrick's Day? And then when
Sure.
Jesse comes back,
Yeah,
she wants
I
to.
think it was really well received. Jill and I spoke to a lot of neighbors that came up to purchase beer and wine. There was very good reaction and reception to the music. Thank you. I seemed to be a very good turnout. Seemed that people enjoyed it. I think it went well.
Yeah, people
Yeah.
love the music.
Yeah.
I was super busy bartending.
Yes, we were
I didn't-
very busy with the bartender.
Very involved when you're in the.
Yeah, it was. I did not expect that, but
Yeah,
yeah, we
yeah.
were. I mean, we were back and forth a lot.
Yeah, so next time
Um,
we definitely need like some volunteer help
Yeah.
or something. Even the setup of the decorations, like I hadn't really, well, I was rushing from like another event too, so it's all rushy and chaotic. But yeah, it was a lot, and I wasn't expecting so many people to be there right on time too, and just get started. So
Just for balance, you know.
and the Boy Scouts doing the cookout, I mean,
I think I didn't.
they must have made a killing. They
Yeah, I
were
think
like,
they did very
ooh,
well.
they did an amazing job, super organized. Like they've definitely done it before.
Actually, the food from the food truck, so the food truck actually had some kind of St. Patrick's Day themed dishes too. They had a lot of corned beef dishes, a lot of potatoes. So I think they did very well too. Yeah, it was fun.
I think it was
Yeah,
pretty
there
good.
are good comments from some neighbors. They all love the music, that too.
Yeah.
And good marks from everybody. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I think you mentioned, yeah. Cool. Cool.
For the people on Zoom that didn't hear that, we're just hearing from the band leader of the St. Patrick's Day event.
Okay, how about the beer and wine? Are you donating that? You have a receipt?
I'll
and-
donate. I have the receipts. I'll donate it. I have leftovers, which I put in storage. So the next event we can use those again, but I won't ask for reimbursement. And
You don't want reimbursement? Okay, thank you, Chair.
It'll be a good mark for the next event. So you gotta do one.
it's just, you
One
gotta
to
get our
donate,
feet
yeah.
wet. Like, let's
Yeah.
warm it up. It was pretty good for a first like group effort
Yeah.
at a party. I thought it went over well.
Sounds good. That's great.
I know one of the feedback items that we did get was being able to advertise a little bit more.
Yeah.
So that's good feedback leading into the Earth Day event that we have try and find some ways to get the word out too.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah, that-
no negative feedback at all. I don't
No
think. That was the
negative.
only.
The only thing we didn't do is put signs on the medians.
Yeah.
So-
The Earth Hour event that the other board held, they got really nice signs and they put them out. They looked really nice. We should think about doing the same thing.
I mean, we can.
No, the city has a new email blast that I think works better because the old one, I never got anything. So I
Yeah.
never knew if they were sending it or not. I get their emails, but sometimes, the old system was missing some people, a lot of people.
Yeah.
Because I had several other neighbors complaining about the same. They are registered and they never received. So the new email blast, I think, goes for everybody because I'm getting them now. So that is a good thing. We can reach more people. But yeah, maybe if we can get some signs out for Earth Day, I see how we can do that. I had 3 old signs that I can put new stuff on top. If I can find more signs, we can put more around the meeting.
Jesse's back on the Zoom. Jesse, did you want to
Yeah.
comment about St. Patrick's Day?
Yeah, and I'll apologize. I didn't realize my phone was dying, so I had to charge on another one. No, I also got the same feedback, and I'm sorry, I'm not there. I think as mentioned to you guys, unfortunately, I fractured my ankle this weekend. So it's been interesting, but I just wanted to make sure, because one of the things I think was a positive thing, there was someone that was interested in joining the board. I invited her to come to the meeting. I don't know if she's there. She had
Few
sent an
people here.
email. Oh, okay. So I think in reference to that, I think, like you said, the camaraderie, the little bit that I heard, Jill, I heard the end part of when you guys were discussing. But I think we did pretty good for our first fundraiser with alcohol this year.
Agreed.
And the only negative feedback I got was that next time we need to have an Irish band. But that was
What are you
just
guys doing?
Yeah. That was on the Nextdoor app, that was the finale.
We'll
email.
always have to find something to complain about. So,
Right, exactly.
no matter what we had, somebody will still find something to complain about. So. Mhm.
We had in the past Irish bands, and the complaint was some people don't like Irish music.
Right. You can't
There's-
please everyone. I think we please the majority of the people, and that's pretty good.
We used to have the Irish school that the girls dancing.
I think I remember that from one
We
year.
had like 3 or 4 years in
Yeah.
a row. But that was Marie Smith that she was involved with that group. And she left Biscayne Park, so I don't know how to get them anymore. That was fun. Okay, that was good about St. Patrick's. Earth Day, the preparations. The first thing is we are setting it for Sunday, not Saturday, because it was easier to get vendors on Sunday. So I made a draft on for the flyer, and I told Lisa already we're gonna be on Sunday from 10 to 2 p.m. We had talked before to get vendors and charge $15 per booth. Everybody would need to bring their own tent or whatever they want to have, and have a table will be best. If they need electricity, they can bring an extension, and there is a connection there. We are gonna set up on the grass. If depends on how many vendors. The best way we did before, because it's during the day and there is a lot of sunshine. Instead of doing in the open field, we did by the where the bird mural is, because there are trees in there and there is more shade. So we put two rows of vendors, and they're by the street, and people can go in between and everything. And that worked very well for us. There were last time there were about 20 vendors. So depends on how many there come. I think that will be a best option, because the open field can be very hot between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. So
Do we have certain vendors already lined up, or is there anything that?
Yesenia has talked to Jesse. Can you comment on vendors? Have you contacted?
You're on mute,
farmers?
Jesse.
So I've been to different marketplaces, and I was waiting for the meeting today to get the actual formulary, but I know of 3 or 4 vendors. I think most of the ones I asked them to come today, so I don't know how many people are there. But I do know that some people that wanted to be a vendor knew other people that were interested. And because of my situation, and I knew I wasn't going to be in the meeting, I didn't want things to not follow through. So I asked them to come today, or as Yvette did, Zoom in.
So maybe we could ask whoever is here about the Earth Day event to kind of go up and say what, if they're a vendor and if they would like to work something out, and then we could discuss it. Does that sound good?
Sounds good to me.
So maybe Yvette already introduced her idea about the Girl Scouts. Is anyone else here about the Earth Day event? Okay, would you like to step up to the podium and introduce yourself and say what you have to use the microphone because otherwise people can't hear what you're gonna say, I know.
Because this is being recorded.
Hi, I'm Nicole. I spoke at the last commission meeting about International Jazz Day, and I spoke with Jesse earlier about contributing to the Earth Day event and providing some live music for the event. And also wanted to talk to you guys as well about collaborating for the Jazz Day event. We were intending to do it April 30th, but after the commission meeting, we're going to push it back to June 4th. But we would love to be involved with Earth Day, and definitely my husband and I can put together probably like a trio to play and do some live music for some of the time. And yeah, that's why I'm here.
No, we don't have a budget for music.
I know, no, it would be a donation of our time. So yeah, but we want to just go ahead and start collaborating with you guys
You're with
anyways.
the art board.
I'm from the art board, yes.
You're the one that sent me that email before
Maybe?
about the food trucks.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
that's me. Oh, nice to meet you.
Okay, so I have your email.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, sounds good. If you want to come, we are going to be from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Okay.
We are going to have to, the live music will be fantastic. I'm going to have something for kids to do too.
Okay. Something too, I mean, I just found out about it today, but I can see we'll definitely perform with a small version of our group, but I might be able to see about potentially having some of our student groups perform, if that's something you'd be interested in. We have a couple student bands that do gigs, so I can see maybe we can put that together for one of them.
That sounds great.
But yeah, definitely get you guys some entertainment.
Earth Day.
So.
All right.
Nice to meet you, Nicole. She actually at the last commission meeting, she introduced herself and a lot of ideas that she has for the arts board. She seems super energetic and she wanted to work together with us to do certain events. Specifically, she was talking about International Jazz Day, which I didn't know about before. now I know about it, and it sounds like really cool, and they do jazz music. She was looking to kind of put on a big event. It was hard, like the timing was hard, and the commission was kind of like, and you know how they are. But both Jesse and I responded to her saying that probably the foundation would love to team up with the arts board for any type of event like that, help with planning. We could reach out to each other so that one isn't doing one thing one weekend and the other one's doing something
Yeah.
very similar the next weekend. Like we may as well join it and like, get everything together and get even more people all at once, like not to double the effort and do the same.
No,
or-
it
and,
works
like
out great. 'Cause
divide
I
up the
didn't know
crowd.
you guys was April 24th. So now I'm like really glad because I don't want to do an event the week after UNO. If it's more spaced out, it makes more sense for the community too.
Yeah, space it out or together, like however, I mean, and it doesn't matter if you wanted to do on the week after too, it's whatever works for everyone, but we're happy. I personally, I would be happy to collaborate in any way that you guys want to. I can't speak for the whole board, but I would imagine that they would agree. I don't know. We can discuss it now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can I ask you something, Nicole? So with the event being, coming back to the Earth Day event very quickly, with the event being from 10 to 2, what did you have in mind for time for performing?
Let me get back to you on that only because I just found out today.
Okay.
So I'm not sure exactly. It depends. We could probably do an hour or two.
Okay.
But I would like to get, because we like to get our students out and playing in the community. So if I can get some groups to come out, that'd be great. But I'll talk to them this week and I could give you guys like a better time frame sort of thing, like by the end of the week, probably.
And as far as like equipment goes, do you need any type of, do you have all of your own equipment or just want to?
We have all our own equipment. We would need access to power.
Yeah, there is power outside.
That's it. Just, we have extension cords.
And George, if they do the jazz, with the layout that you said, where do you think would be the best place for them to perform?
Okay, when we set up in there, we go, there is an area where all that plants are by the racket court. That space
Right in front of the double doors?
inside the racket court, actually, where the mural is. On the side of between the mural and the plants, there is like a corridor in there, and we set up in there the music last time.
Oh yeah, that doesn't sound
Bad
like a good
acoustic.
place for music.
No?
Not down. No.
It was good
I know
acoustic,
exactly what you're talking about, but
but
it's,
you can set up somewhere else.
yeah,
There
maybe.
there are plugins. There is power where the plants are. There are two,
Okay.
and then there is one by the rec center entrance. So there are three
Okay.
power ups.
Yeah, anywhere.
So
anywhere
you
would be fine.
can find a good spot.
Yeah.
That is, I mean, it's easier for you and to be heard and everything that
I'll
you
go
consider
check
good.
it out and
That's
let
where
you
they
know.
set up
I
last
just
time.
know in the court is very echoey because my son will like go in there and be like echo, echo.
Yeah.
So that would be a nightmare. But right outside or anywhere around there is totally fine.
Okay.
And I don't know if this gentleman would like to comment also, because I think he was wondering about his band playing. No. Oh, okay, sorry.
One right.
And did you want to? Perfect. Did you want to? You want to keep the jazz event that you're already planning for June 4th separate, or did you want to maybe combine it on Earth Day, or you need more time to do your?
No,
event?
no. Yeah, I would want it to be a separate event,
Okay.
but we would love to work with you guys on it. I think that'd be awesome. It's definitely like really want it to be a big community event and bring as many
own
people
thing.
together for it as
Got it.
possible. So
Understood. If you,
And
whatever.
Jill, what I had thought, when Nicole spoke to me about it was like, kind of like how you had said, I didn't even know International Jazz Day was coming. So that day they can discuss about International Jazz Day and then kind of, if they want, like do the save the date for the day. So then the community knows that it's coming up as well. But to bring the awareness of music, and all of that, I thought
We have lots to discuss. And then are you also here about Earth Day or something else? About maybe joining us? Okay. So that's everyone's comments about Earth Day. So I guess we can discuss now.
Sounds
Oh,
like-
so I'm sorry, you guess?
Yeah.
You just
have
didn't
a
want to talk
couple more
about music,
comments.
but you have something else. Okay.
Thank you.
I was talking to, hello, my name is Renee. I spoke a month ago, right? And I was talking to Yesenia about the Earth Day thing. And I work out of a co-working space called Made, which is on 83rd and 2nd Avenue, right in front of the Citadel. And I told them about the, the day that to rent, that you businesses can rent booths and kind of like, promote themselves. And I have at least 3 or 4 people that are interested in doing that. So
You know what what's their business or like what type of?
one is a photographer, one is a cannabis doctor, another one is me, right? And I'll be doing digital marketing type stuff. And then I'm gonna go around the building, and then also the co-working space wants to put some.
Oh, the actual co-working
The actual
space?
co-working space.
Which one is it?
It's called Made.
Oh, maybe you
Yeah,
just said
right.
that, yeah.
And then across the street is the Citadel, which is
Mhm.
like 15 restaurants and Pivot and stuff like that. And I could speak to the owner about whether he wants Citadel to be represented as well. And because one of their main issues is that they don't, that not many people know about them, that they're there. So this would be a good opportunity for them to kind of tell Biscayne Park that there's 15 really nice restaurants literally on the block.
Can we talk about each of those things in order, like Yvette's Girl Scouts first, and she spoke first, and then Nicole's and oh, definitely. If you want to hit the mic so that anyone on Zoom can.
We are gonna
us.
ask them for $15 per vendor, and will be first come, first serve on location. So if they come early, because everybody will want some certain spots, you know how they are, right? Exactly. And the setup will be to set up and then park somewhere else, because to leave all that area empty for people to come and everything. So whoever comes earlier, put their stuff first, and then we go from there.
I didn't realize you were like looking for vendors, but we want vendors at our event too. So I can just tell you the vendors we were considering if
Yeah.
you want to try. But my sister-in-law has a little baking business, like vegan baked goods.
Oh, awesome.
Wanted to she's trying to find like farmers markets and stuff like that. So she would definitely be interested. She lives next door to me.
Perfect.
Pebble and Vine is a plant shop in Miami Shores that I'm friends with the owner, and they might be interested in doing a little thing. Mima Market in Miami Shores is another one. And then there's also like, well, you mentioned alcohol, but there's like Flight Wine Lounge or whatever in Miami Shores as well. But those are kind of like vendors we were thinking of.
If they have alcohol, they will have to bring a license. their
Okay.
own license.
Yeah.
We don't have the license for
But the other ones, I don't know if they might be interested, but my sister-in-law definitely is like would definitely be interested. So I can give you like her contact or whatever.
We'll discuss right now and we'll let you know what we need. But I guess if she wanted to, it would be $15.
vendors that, yeah, $15 is
Set
the
up whatever they want to
food
set.
Cool.
is good if they have food.
How many vendors are you looking for?
Between 20 and 25.
Okay. Good.
So
Nice.
I know, I thought that I guess he didn't make it, but there's a solar vendor that wanted to come to the event to present solar. And there was someone else that had plants and like vegetables and stuff, like natural plants or herbs, I think, to sell, like not lettuce, but other types of like salad items that are good for the earth and to eat and so forth.
okay.
Perfect. Okay, so let's start our discussion with the Girl Scouts. Any thought? I mean, it sounds great to me. I wouldn't have any
Yeah.
objection whatsoever, I would encourage. I don't know if anyone has
Is
any.
she still online in there?
Yeah, she's there. Yvette's there.
So that's the rule is they have to set up early. They can pick a spot. And we charge $15 per booth.
Okay.
Okay.
Did you hear that,
I can be
Yvette?
in charge. I did, and I can be in charge of. I can be the contact for the Boy Scouts and the Girl Scouts because I've got a Boy Scout and a Girl Scout.
Oh.
So,
Yeah.
and yeah, I'm the one from the neighborhood, and I help organize the boys. And I've got stuff stored at my house, so
And the
I got
troop
it.
is-
So
The troop is 1305, yes? And like
correct.
where,
Mhm.
what location is it based out of or?
Where we work out of, well, not we work out of, sorry. We meet at the Miami Shores Community Church School. And a lot of us are from the area, Miami Shores, Biscayne Park. This is all, we're all from here. You actually have, I believe we're about 3 or 4 families from Biscayne Park that are in the troop. So we've got the troop, which are the older boys. We've got the troop that are the girls. And then we've got the pack, which are the Cub Scouts.
Perfect.
So
Oh, and you mentioned Mary Benton and the plants. Mary
correct.
Benton
So
is
Mary Benton is the neighbor of our Girl Scout troop leader, and our assistant Girl Scout, one of our assistant Girl Scout leaders is also neighbors, and Mary Benton works a lot with our girls and our troop, and she's given us butterfly tours. She's taught the girls how to compost, and she's gone ahead and made these flyers, and we're going to help bring awareness to the butterflies and to her cause. And so we've got those flyers. We've got these plants that she's made that she's donated to the Girl Scouts for the Gold Awards. And then the girls are making homemade, delicious ice cream with Girl Scout cookies. So
that sounds
I think it's
amazing.
all, and what they're using to package the Girl Scout ice cream is also eco-friendly, all of it in wooden spoons. So,
Perfect.
and I can tell you that our Scouts, our motto is leave everything better than you found it. So they'd be more than happy to cover the field and make sure that everything's picked up.
Wonderful, wonderful. Now, is there like a registration form we want people to
Right.
fill out? Where do they pay the $15? What's
They will pay on site, so
on
Okay.
site?
we can collect
Okay.
on site. It will be easier. They don't
Okay.
have to do it in advance, so if they don't show up, they don't have to pay.
Okay.
But if
Okay.
they show up,
Later, when we get to like the website revamp and stuff that I've been working on, I'll let we could put something online that people could just do a sign up. So at least we even know like who has signed up and who, not that they would have to pay in advance or something like that, but just so we know who's planning to come and what to expect and what to tell people. Like there might be an easy way to do a sign up sheet. But I would vote, would take a vote on allowing the Girl Scouts to be one of the vendors.
We need to move for this stuff, or can we just say
Yeah, that's-
yays and nays?
yes.
Okay,
All right.
that's a yes.
Say yay. So definitely the Girl Scouts are invited. You can just show up that day, set up your stuff and pay us $15.
Awesome. Thank you so much. We'll see you. What's the earliest that you want people setting up that day?
I mean, I think you could go whatever, the event starts at 10, so, however, you would
8:30?
know. Yeah. I don't
8:30?
think,
Okay.
yeah.
8:39?
limit.
Okay, perfect.
No limit to how early you could come, so whatever works for you, I would say.
Perfect. Okay.
Excited
Thank
to
you.
meet the Girl Scouts and everyone. Sounds great.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
So another thing.
I gotta grab my kid. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're free to leave.
Another thing we are working on having electronic recycling.
Mhm.
Chesini asked me for the email.
Can we
for-
talk about the people who are here so that they can leave if they want to leave and not stay for the whole meeting? So
Or-
like Nicole, she wants to know if their band can play and if we want the students to come. Do we need to take a vote on that or like confirm? Anyway, let's just say out loud, we would like them to come, right? And play the music and,
Yeah.
okay,
Thumbs up
perfect.
for me.
So that's official. You're invited. And do they? Perfect. Yeah, just email us at info@biscayneparkfoundation.org. I'm super excited about the whole thing. And the other vendors, did you want to discuss? I certainly would welcome the photographer and Renee's business. Do we want to have the cannabis doctor? Mm-hmm. I mean, personally, I'm fine. I don't know how the foundation or how, if people,
I know it's legal, but we are gonna have a lot of kids in there.
I mean. Oh,
Hopefully not.
yeah. You know how people are around this town and you don't know, like, I don't, I'm just putting it out there just in case there's some sort of backlash or complaint. Yeah.
Yeah, they have it on Publix now. I don't know why.
I'm fine with it. Okay.
I think all those ones that you mentioned, Renee, I think sound
Mhm.
fine unless anybody else thinks otherwise, but Philip. Those places are great.
It'll be
think I've been at
amazing.
almost every
Let's
one of them.
bring-
They're awesome.
bring Citadel here.
Yeah.
Perfect.
No. Oh, yeah, yes.
Great. That's awesome.
What's it called?
We should definitely be reaching out to any and everyone, anyone that anyone thinks might be interested, please. Feel free. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And you have my phone number too, right? Because I think Mario he shared the contact, or he gave me yours anyway. I'll text you. Yeah, just in case you. All right, good. So that's all taken care of. And
What about the ones that Nicole had mentioned? Other, of course, the vegan baking one, but
yes,
Pebble and Vine, Mima, Flight. I mean, me and my wife and our kids, we spend a ton of time at those places.
yeah,
I could call
reach
them.
out. Yeah,
Might as well. Yeah,
for
they're
sure. I don't see anything wrong with having any of them have a table or a booth or whatever they want, whatever they see fit to.
We can find
the com-
somebody that sells plants or something live plants or native plants, butterfly plants, something like that.
Well, I think the Girl
We
Scout.
had in the past, but those vendors, I don't know where they are now.
yeah, Girl Scout
Scout.
group said one of them. Pebble and Vine does another, and then I think Jesse mentioned a third. So I think out of all those, we'll have at least one.
And plus for the kids activity, I'm gonna have them like be planting seeds, but that's not the same as like selling the plant, but there will be plant related activities and vendors, hopefully. But you were starting to talk about the recycling. George. You were starting to talk about the recycling.
Oh yeah. Well, Jessini asked me for the contact, the email. So I don't know if she's gonna do it, but if not, I can contact this guy that did it last year. Usually they bring 3 pallets empty. They put it by the rec center at the entrance. So we announced that free recycling of electronics because we have a lot of electronics lying around the houses, you know. So people brings in all the old electronics there. You can recycle it because you cannot put that in the garbage. You have to go to a recycling center. So to make it easy, and it's Earth Day, last year the 3 pallets were full. The year before, the same. You know, every year is the same. Somehow electronics keep growing. Cables, old printers, whatever you have, you know, all the things that you put on the computer. There's sometimes you have a full drawer full of stuff in there. You can bring everything. Speaker.
Perfect.
So far we have some vendors, we have Girl Scouts, we have free music, we have the kids activity that I'll be organizing. What else?
Like Chesinia talked that she was trying to get the shredder, but that is very expensive. So I don't know if we can get that, the shredding. But if not, Chesinia is gonna try the waste. What is the name of the company?
Waste Pro
Big-
or Great
Big
Waste.
Pro.
Great
Waste.
waste, yeah, great waste.
Yeah,
If they
so
can-
I spoke to Willie once the mayor provided the information. He wasn't the gentleman I met the day of Christmas, but he kind of works with him. But he was very forthcoming and very appreciative. And he said, I mentioned to him because I wasn't sure if it was the shredding or, what they could do. And I had mentioned to George because I really hadn't had a chance to go out and try to find bikes because George was saying it costs like $700 or $800 for them to come out and shred. So I kind of mentioned to them that we previously did do shredding, but if there's any way that they can support us, and I kind of mentioned, we're looking, if anything, maybe donations to raffle off. If it would be a bike. When I spoke to him, he was actually in a family emergency, but he said to email him and Andrea, which I think was like the one that does everything. And he said that she would definitely get back to me before the end of the week, that they would find one way or another to support us because they're trying to get like positive feedback from the community. So any event or anything that they can participate in, they're more than willing to help. So that's the feedback I got back. I just threw that out there because that's all I thought of. But if there's anything else that any other member thinks that maybe I can ask for them to do other than the shredding or the raffling of the bikes.
Jesse, I remember you mentioned like a butterfly garden that Bound by Beauty. Do we know if they were still interested?
That's me, and that's
Oh,
Mary.
Yeah,
sorry.
that's true.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
Mary. Okay.
Mary
Okay.
Benson
Yeah.
is the person that the Girl Scouts were referring to, that she's providing the butterfly plants and Girl Scouts were reselling. So I had wanted to invite Mary Benson and Bound by Beauty, which is her nonprofit butterfly organization, along with Chad Mareshi, who is an all-natural pest control expert, and they had both agreed to kind of work together, but time goes by so fast, and I did not have time to organize them to do like a presentation. So maybe some other time. But now that I know that Mary Benson is providing, she's working with the Girl Scouts and doing it that way, I think that's wonderful. And she's just a wonderful person, and the organization is great. So probably in the future we could continue maybe collaborating with her in terms of things that are natural, things that have to do with plants. She's all about the Florida native plants. She has beautiful materials. She does presentations in Miami Shores all the time. So someone to keep in mind for different things that have to do with nature, butterflies, pollinators, and native plants. So now on the flyer that we did, it says in big letters like farmers market. But do we have a farmers
No,
market?
that was a draft that I did because I didn't know. Chesinia had talked about the farmers market by.
I mean, it would be amazing.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, I reached out to the one that used to be in Miami Shores and he hasn't gotten back to me. And honestly, when I broke my leg this weekend, all my plans went out the window. But I was gonna reach out to you guys to see if do any of you know the gentleman, because apparently he's very popular in Miami Shores that does the farmers market. George, do you know who that is?
No.
Yeah, I know Nicole's not in the meeting, but when we were at the St. Patrick's Day event, another person from that board, I can't remember her name. Jill, I don't know if you remember, she was talking to us afterwards.
Amy Raymond?
I'm really bad with names, but she had mentioned that she knew someone that did a farmer's market. I just honestly hadn't reached out to her, and I'm still waiting for Barry to get back to me because I know that Barry does, it's kind of like you buy from them farmers products and you put it in an order and they deliver it to your home and they grow it here. So that's really who I wanted to have at the event. But I won't lie, I'm sorry. I
Nicole is here and she wants,
oh, then yes, please.
Yeah,
she's
Art.
saying Art Friedrich.
He's,
guy that
he's
does
the one that used to bring the farmer's market to us.
Yeah, George is agreeing.
Yeah,
At Legion Park, Jesse?
yeah, that's him, Art.
Okay, Nicole says she has his email. So she can maybe send us that email. You're on mute, Jesse.
Yeah. Yeah. So if she can just send, I'll text her. She can send me the information. Since I'm homebound anyway, I have plenty of time to make phone calls this week. So I can assist.
Okay, but it's kind of like we don't know for sure, so I'd still
Yeah.
wanna like let people know that we're having something.
So
but-
how should we word it? Vendors, booths, food,
Yeah,
and
that's good.
activities for kids.
Perfect. I would love it to say farmer's market. And then if we have the farmer's market and then we didn't put it, then it's like, oh, we meant, but what if we don't get it? What if it doesn't come through and then, I don't know.
No, and I agree with you, Jill, because
Yeah.
I've been to multiple farmers markets and there's never a farmer and it always bothers me.
A
'Cause I'm like-
farmer. I want there to be
Yeah.
a farmer.
The farmers
yeah.
market sometimes have clothing and
Yeah, it's
just-
they
It's
do
just, it's a
everything.
generic term for like,
Yeah,
It's a
buy stuff from-
open vendors.
Let's leave it.
perfect.
Let's leave it, yeah.
Do we want to do a food truck for this?
No,
No? Okay.
no, because there are gonna be people selling foods on the booths.
Okay.
We don't want food truck.
Maybe we could ask Commissioner Hammelberg to bake something and donate it and have like a bake sale because she loves baking. Or maybe we could have like, I mean, it's just, there's not a lot of time left for people to plan, I guess. Could invite people to bake stuff and put it all together on a table and I don't know. Whatever you guys think.
So I was thinking, I'm gonna buy some bird houses that are raw. That if I can still find them at Michael's, they used to have them, and bring 20 or 30 of them, depends on how much they are now, and paint tubes for kids to paint them. We usually let the kids paint, put a table there, and they paint their birdhouse and they take it.
You worked at Michael's?
Okay. You do? Okay.
He wants raw wooden birdhouses. 30. Yeah, can I? Yeah, I'm like, oh my, did someone say Michael's? 30% discount.
If they still have them there, that's where I got them like 3 years ago. Kids love it because they are little birdhouses, and then give them paint, acrylic paint, and they paint them, and then they can take them home. It's a mess, and then they take them home.
I wanted to ask a question before I approach them. I was happy that the art board was at the city commission meeting and I was able to talk to them. But I also saw there the gentleman of the ecology advisory board. And I forgot exactly what he was talking about, but he was talking about a lot of interesting stuff that I thought would be good educational for all of us neighbors in Biscayne Park. Would it be wrong if we ask them to come and if they're interested to maybe have their own booth?
I
Or
already
is
asked.
there?
I already asked Alexander to come and
Okay.
he said that he wanted to work together, but he's been super busy.
Okay.
And we like said, oh, well, we'll get in touch and we'll plan something. And, I haven't heard, but we could always follow up again and see. But yeah, I did like weeks ago ask because I was hoping to get him with Mary Benson and Chad Mareshi. And everybody basically agreed, and then like nobody made it gel together, including me. So there is like a soft yes there, but we should follow up, I guess. Or I'll follow up since I reached out already.
Well, I don't know if there is anything else for her to say.
I'll just say that I think I mentioned it before, but just to say it again, I'll be running a little kids activity as well next to yours, where we will have just some plain small terracotta planters that kids can decorate. They can maybe use some of the
Oh, that's
paints.
great.
I have a million like Earth Day related stickers. I have like sticky gemstones, just so many different things that kids could use to decorate the planter. And then we'll have soil and seeds of different kinds, hopefully things that are native to this area. So kids can like learn how to plant a seed and then bring it home with them, watch it grow, things like that. And also decorate the plant.
So that's it
As
for-
always, I wanted to say thank you, Jill. You always have these great, awesome ideas. As I mentioned, I fractured my ankle. So I do have a wheelchair. So it'll be a couple of weeks. So I will be able to help, but I really won't be able to help like with setup and stuff like that. But if you guys need me to like be at the table while you guys are doing stuff, I have no problem with doing that, because by then my leg would be more healed. So that's the only way that I can assist. So I just kind of wanted to bring that up, because
should just
I'm
do
not 100%
whatever-
available, but I'll be 50%.
Yeah, you should just do whatever you're able to and whatever you feel like doing. I feel like at these events you are so amazing at just going around and talking to people, and that really helps, bring awareness, and it helps people come together, and you're wonderful at it. So if you feel up to it, that would maybe be something you could do. And if not, I think everyone understands.
Thank you. Yeah. No, like I said, I don't mind sitting at the table. I think I should be fine by then. And if you guys need me to MC, kind of like I did last time, I don't have a problem doing that again. Because I know that it entails a lot. And you guys, like, I appreciate last time, everything that you guys, you and Jonathan were doing. You held the fort really well, and I appreciate that.
Okay, so I guess that's it for Earth Day.
All right.
stuff.
Well, thank you, everybody. Hope it goes well. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. That day usually brings a lot of families and kids and everything.
I forgot at the beginning of the meeting when I said I wanted to add something to the agenda, and then I couldn't think of what it was, and I withdrew that. Now I remember what it was, because I wanted to do, or I'm planning to do, another event of the card making. So for the Mother's Day holiday, I was going to do another activity for kids. Again, like make your own Mother's Day cards. So it's really, it doesn't require anything from anybody else on the board, but it, like, do you guys feel?
And what date is that? When is-
I don't have any specific day, but I figured Mother's Day is on a Sunday. I think it's May 8th.
Yeah.
So I thought the day before, May 7th, which is Saturday. I mean, the rec center is open anyway. It doesn't take I don't need anything done. I will do the whole thing. I have all the materials from the Valentine's Day card making. I don't need any money or anything, but I will try to push for more donations than I did at the
Make a
Valentine's Day.
motion for Jill to explore that. You will have to ask Isa
Yeah.
permission, and
Mm-hmm.
Did you move?
I move it.
And I second.
Okay.
I4, aye.
Thank you.
Yesenia,
Aye. And Jill, I'll see if I can get you some donations to raffle.
Perfect. That'll be wonderful.
okay. So I want to know about you.
Yes, let's not make her wait the whole meeting. Although she wants to maybe consider possibly applying for a spot. So maybe she's liking and observing us and what it would be like. Hopefully we're not scaring her away.
Can you talk at the mic?
Oh God, let's put her
No.
on the spot right
Well, but,
away.
This
It's
is,
only because other people can't hear.
yeah,
when
they
you're sitting
cannot
there.
hear you.
We're not formal.
Yesenia and everything.
Yes. You don't need to stay for the whole meeting. Yeah. Oh. Yes. Yes.
Well, that
perfect.
will be great.
We're gonna talk about that in a few minutes. But I got like, I'll tell everyone in a minute, but last time we talked about how I could do like a sample website. So I did like a sample website on one of the websites that like, I used actually Ionos. I don't know if you've heard of it. Anyway, so I did a sample one and I'll show them, but it's just like the skeleton. And
Okay, thank you, Renee. Let's see.
Thanks, Renee.
Okay, tell us.
Hi. Hi. So my name is Patrice Gay. I'm new to the neighborhood. We just moved in
welcome.
at the end of January. So I came to a few commission meetings, and I've been attending the events in Biscayne Park, and have always just been involved with the community. So I volunteered to help in any way. I'm definitely more of a behind the scenes person. But Yesenia invited me to come to see what's going on with the foundation. So I'm happy to volunteer and help in any way I can.
Wonderful. Do you have any questions for us or anything you'd like to know?
Well, I think I'm understanding a little more about what you all do and how you support the community. I guess it's a variety of different events that you all put on throughout the year, not pertaining to one specific thing, but whatever you all come up with as a board, I guess.
We're kind of a new board. We just started after COVID kind of went down a little bit, and we're new board members, except for George. He's a long timer. So we meet only once a month. So it's like we haven't gelled exactly what our goals are, except for one that we had agreed on, which is revamping the rec center interior. So we're like raising money towards that specific project so far, but it's just in the sort of beginning stages. And we had discussed other things that we would like to have for goals, like a regular, maybe monthly farmers market, different events that we like to do around holidays, anything that brings the community together, which is why I love the idea for like redoing the inside of the rec center, because I want it to be a place where the community can actually get together and spend time together, like a welcoming place, like the heart of the community. And it's nice. Have you been to the rec center before?
I have.
Yeah,
yes.
like on the inside?
For just a second.
Yeah, to pass through like the
Yep.
restroom or whatever. So, I mean, it's a big space and it has a lot of potential, but right now there's really no reason to like go in there except if you have to go to the bathroom and you're at the playground. But there's a lot of potential there. So, I had some plans and stuff that I had printed out into folders and I had shared them with commissioners in here. So there is like something happening, but it's slow, right? And it takes money and it's hard to raise money. So that's kind of where we're at right now.
So if you want to apply to the foundation, you fill up the application, they have it at City Hall. You ask for the application there, or you can go online. I think you can download it there on the website. And then the commission is the one that has to appoint you. So you fill up the application and for the Biscayne Park Foundation, and the commission, the next commission meeting, they have to approve it. And that's it. The requirement is that you live in Biscayne Park, you're a resident.
And George, I know I'm not there in the meeting, but I know had a question about the application. I can't remember what it was. It was something I don't think I remember filling out. I don't know if she can hear me. I forgot
Yeah.
what was the question she had.
Yes.
Patrice?
So there were questions asking if there were grant writing experience. And while so by trade, I'm a geneticist, so I work at UM at the doing genomics medicine. So grants, yes, but not specific.
It's
to
not required. I
communities.
don't think any of us have grant
So
writing.
You don't need it.
No,
I
don't
don't
worry
do
about it.
that.
You can just put like none. I put none.
That-
I put something like
that-
no, but I've asked for money from.
That has
Right,
been
exactly.
there, that was there from the beginning, that application, and they put that because the foundation can ask for grants.
Sure.
But we haven't had anybody that asked for grants yet
Okay.
that know how to do that. We had one grant once that the city manager applied for, through the foundation that they did actually the floor in this log cabin when they were renovating the log cabin. There was a grant from the state for the log cabin that gave to the city, but the other not-for-profit wanted to work with not-for-profits only, so they donated the money for the floor. So that's the only grant we got so far.
I would love to get into some grant writing. I've already
Yeah.
explored some grants that I think would benefit the community. Just it takes, you have to show, I've never done it before, but I feel like I'm a lawyer. I write all the time, so I feel like Jonathan's also a lawyer. We have some writers here, so I'm pretty sure if we found a grant that we might think would be beneficial, I'm sure we could put our heads together and put together
figure it out, I
something. We can
think.
figure it out. Yeah.
I wouldn't be
just-
worried.
Usually you have to show like some step towards something. So we'd have to like pick a grant, whatever it is. For example, part of my rec center revamp idea is doing a nice curated library. And there is a library grant. If you build a library, the government will give you something like half the funds you need to remodel the library or whatever. So just for an example. But you have to like show that you can't just be like, I want to do a library. You have to already be in the process or like already have it. So most grants require a showing of like you're like halfway there or something. So yeah, but definitely a wonderful thing to explore. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. I hope you apply.
I hope you
More
apply
people.
too. Please apply.
So going to the next, this is.
Guys, I'm gonna
Yes.
step away for a second. So but I'll be right back. I have to go get some.
No problem.
Okay. The bank account, I had a problem with the bank account where, when you go to sell and we put money on sale, it shows my name instead of Biscayne Park Foundation. So I tried to contact
Yeah, I think
the
it's
bank, and the bank say, oh, you have to contact the officer for the corporation, so for the account. I contact 2 weeks it took for them to answer me, and for some reason it's my social security number in there now.
your social security number.
Yeah, exactly, with my name. I said that's impossible. I mean, how can they do that?
Like your
my
social
thing
security
is-
number is visible to people who.
No,
Oh, okay.
but it's
Bad.
related to the account now somehow. And we have a tax ID number for a not-for-profit. So I'm fighting a little bit in here. I'm getting worried because I don't know what they did when they change officers all the time over there. I don't know if that happened when we had to resign everything 2 or 3 months ago. Or I remember a year and a half ago when we had to do it online banking because we didn't have online banking, and they were going back and forth with me over the phone 3 or 4 times. So if I cannot fix this for next meeting, I'll let you know that probably we are going to have to vote on getting a new bank
Yeah,
because
I was gonna say, let's
we
just get
have
it.
to have with the corporate tax ID, and
Yeah.
I don't feel comfortable being my name in there and my social security.
Maybe for Zelle, maybe it has to show a name, because I think even for my office, if
Yeah.
people pay me by Zelle, it does show my name. It's hard because my office is named after me as well, but I think it shows like my,
You are a corporation.
yeah, just the name. Because it's like your name is on the account as the human being that is representing that corporation. And I think Zelle might always use an individual person, like when you donate and then it says, this is George M's account, is that right? I'm not sure though. Yeah, it says, yeah.
Yeah, it says George.
Like,
Yeah,
oh,
that's
this-
it.
I made a payment there.
It's also uncomfortable for people because
Had to say Biscayne Park
Foundation.
Foundation.
George, or is it, yeah, it's not the best. I don't know, yeah.
So I'm trying to get a right answer from them because I don't want my tax ID to be involved with that.
Yeah, that's weird.
It's crazy. I don't know.
You can always go to another bank and you can have both accounts simultaneously, and just try out a new bank and see, like before you like transfer and
Bank of
close.
America or change whatever. They know business. little bank
Right.
that we have.
Yeah. Keep us posted. And I would say go ahead and open. I wouldn't mind if you opened an account. Maybe we need to approve together at a meeting, like if we're gonna transfer everything over and close the other account.
Yeah, no, I would say that we'll have to vote if we are gonna do that.
Yeah.
So, I've been, yesterday I was talking to one of the officers and he promised to get back to me. So I don't know.
But I think it would be okay, like, or we could vote on it now for you to simply open a new account in a new bank, leave the one that we have there for now, but open the new account. Because that way you'll talk to the banking people, you can open the account, we can kind of test how the Zelle works, what it looks like without moving everything first and closing, right? We could test the waters before. So we could vote now to give you the authority to open a new account.
Search, to do a
Yeah.
search.
Why not? I mean, just as a fallback.
Mhm.
In case if you're still having troubles with them, then go ahead and do it. Don't
Yeah.
wait. You don't have to wait around until next.
That's what I mean. You don't have to wait till next
Very
meeting.
difficult to deal
just-
with these people because they.
It's a
take
bank.
forever.
No, that's great. It shouldn't, banking is really easy these days, so that's crazy for it to be so difficult. So feel free, like, if you don't hear back or it's getting frustrating, even before next meeting, you could pick a bank to open an account to test any corporate bank. They're all the same. It doesn't matter. Just pick one, open an
I
account.
will reach to, if I cannot find a solution, I will reach to another bank and
Mhm.
see what they offer and
Yeah.
everything, and then
Yeah.
bring it to the next meeting.
Perfect.
Okay. So we have another, the 7 City website revamp.
Yes. So I've been working on this. It's just like an example. If I'm not a web designer or a graphic designer or anything, but they do make it really easy on these websites. So I looked at Wix and I looked at Ionos. Only because I use Ionos in my business, so I already know it. But I didn't know how it compares to like other similar providers. And I've had mine for like a decade. So who knows, since the last time I looked at it, maybe it changed. So I looked at Wix and I did like a sample template and played with it a little. And I looked at the pricing. I mean, it's cheap. It's something like $30 a month. It had a few templates that were okay. Then I went to Ionos and I did the same thing. And Ionos actually it's cheaper because it's like $15 a month. I mean, it's not a big difference, but it is cheaper. And they had way more templates to choose. Like, I don't know, like 10 times. It has domain names. So I just, for whatever.
Domain name now.
No, I know you have a domain name, but in order for me to like, I was just playing with it. Nothing set in stone. There's nothing published.
But can they use our domain name?
Domain is separate from the actual design.
Yeah. But just for fun, I picked a domain name called bpfund.org. And the reason I did that, just one thing is when when they go to donate on Zelle and they have to write our email address in, our email address is really, really long. And it's really hard for people to type in info@biscayneparkfoundation.org. It's a very long domain. And even just to type in a website or whatever, but just to see. I'm not it's all just brainstorming, whatever. So
Sorry, the BP fund one?
yes. Oh, was it on there?
Yeah, I mean, it's just a template. Patient contact us.
Oh, it's like the business card. Okay, that's
Yeah.
not the actual website though that I'm designing.
Gotcha.
That's like I didn't even know that was there.
Placeholder.
It's like a placeholder.
Yeah.
It, like instead of saying we're it's under construction, it shows like a business card. So
.org.
I did bpfund.org. Yeah. BP Fund.
Usually, traditionally, that was for profit.
We are not for
ORG.
profit though. And anyway, that's just so I decided to just go ahead and like donate the fund to purchase so I chose the templates and you can play with them a little, but you can't actually do it. You can't customize your website until you like purchase it. So I paid $60 for a whole year of that's having the domain bpfund.org and the website, $60 for a year. So I just went ahead and did it. I'll donate that. Whether we use it or not, it doesn't matter to me. I won't take it personally. It's no big deal. So I went on, so I'll share my screen now because I don't think you can see the actual website. But I'll go in and share my screen with you guys. While I pull it up, the other thing I did was I did make an Amazon account for us at info@Biscayne Park. For the website, I used my personal email for now because I didn't know like if I should use the info@biscaynepark.org to like create the login information and all that stuff, but I'm pretty sure we can just switch that over. For the Amazon account, I used the info@biscayneparkfoundation.org to create the account, and you probably saw some stuff from Amazon, like you're changing your password or you created an account. That was me.
Yeah.
I created an account. It's not attached to any payment form, so it's not like anyone can buy anything right now. But I created the wish list. I started them anyway. I started one for the Earth Day celebration, but that was a while ago. So I was thinking, oh, we could make a wish list and, you know, publish it to people, and people wanted to donate certain items like paint or birdhouses or the terracotta planters. I don't know if there's enough time for that. But then I also have a wish list for the BP, the rec center revamp project. And then I thought we could even have wish lists with IKEA, or we could have wish lists with Target, or whatever thing that we're doing, we can have wish lists. So anyways, let me go to this. Let me go to preview. Okay, so now I'm gonna share my screen in Zoom. Oh, we can't share screen. It says host disabled participant. Okay, I'll just come around and show you guys. Just nobody's on Zoom anyway, except my husband. So my husband's already seen. Yeah. So this is just I don't do a logo for us. But I thought this was okay just for like the pictures that I use are just stock photos, but we could put our but we put the fun in fundraising, supporting community projects, bringing neighbors together. Yeah, that's stuff, but I did.
I'm sorry, Joe, can you share the screen?
No, it said, I tried to share it and it says the
Okay.
host disabled screen sharing. I'm so sorry.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. I'll take your guys'
I'll
word.
send-
I'm
I'll
sorry, I
send
had
you-
gone to,
I'll send you screenshots. I'll send you.
okay,
screenshots.
perfect. That's okay.
Oh, like to be able to share screen. Yeah, that would be great. Then Jesse can see. I'll try again. Upcoming events, and then we have the gallery of photos of past events. So that's me, Jonathan, and
Yeah.
Jesse right there.
For the St. Patrick's Day
They're
event.
literally, I was like, it's just a stock photo, but it looked like us at the St. Patrick's. Exactly. We have tons, yeah. And so for the donate page, we have the credit cards. We can put the Square payment link there. Donate with Zelle. There's the information. I even added as an asterisk, when you add us as a contact in Zelle, it will show George M as the account holder. That's right,
In
George
the event that this doesn't
Marinoni.
get cleared up.
Yeah, exactly. I already put in there, so people are like, oh, okay, that's George. They can mail us a check. Okay, so in addition to donating money, they can donate to a specific project or event. Instructions how to do that, and then here's our upcoming projects. We have the rec center revamp, or upcoming events, the Earth Day, the Mother's Day, where they can donate a specific item, and then I've linked the wish list. It's okay. I'll just do screenshots to Jesse. I mean, it's like 5 pages. It's not even, I only finished like the top. Like, part, so. It needs to be obviously filled in and like, stuff. For $60. Like, $60 per year? Oh, okay. So, but this one comes with the template. Mm-hmm. Yep. So I thought of when we were talking about like different vendors wanting to sign up. I mean, we could add another thing here. Vendor registration.
Yep.
And we could send them to that link. So at least they're like, okay, I'm signing up. Like, official.
Yeah.
They're kind of committed to it. They're on, and we also know as soon as somebody signs up and registers, it's more organized, and then we keep their information. There's a link on here to like, if people want to receive a newsletter. I mean, we don't have to do a newsletter, but we could have people give us their email address. We could create a mailing list. We could send out emails when we're doing an event. This one has a lot of, yeah. This one, the Ionos has a lot more customization. Like with Wix, they have some templates, and you have to pick one of those, and you can play with it a little. But this one is like, there's a lot to do, and you can figure it out. It's user friendly. I don't know anything about computers. I figured it out. I know how to do it.
Got experience with it already, so
Yeah.
Go with the one that we know.
So just to update you guys what I've been working on and doing. There you go. I'll share the I'll email all of the logins for the website, for the Amazon accounts, and I'll email the link to the Amazon wish list that you can log in and create any wish list you want. You can make different ones. So just to make sure everyone has access. And Jonathan, can you email us the login to Square?
Yes, I think I did a long time ago when we first got it, so I'll dig it up and I will.
I think so. I think you gave the
I definitely sent it to myself. I know that. I got it somewhere.
Yeah, send that, because then I can log in and I can get the link to post it on the website, which
I'll find
I'm
it.
not gonna none of that, this isn't published, and honestly, I didn't know that the business card was published, but it should just be contact information.
Yeah, that's all that it
Hopefully
looked like
it's
it
not
was.
my own contact, because I signed up with my own stuff, so I don't know.
There's a form to fill out for contact us. There's a location. Oh,
The location, my house.
Yes.
Okay.
11th Court.
Yeah.
Yep. And your Gmail account.
I can disable that, so it's not there. It's just a sample, like just to give an idea of what it could be.
That's great.
Like when I tell people what my idea is for the rec center, I can have a page there that just shows like, the inspirations or the items or the ideas, so that people can look at it and know, like, this is what I'm asking for money for. Like, there is a plan, there's details. They can buy the specific items if they want, or they can just donate generally. So that's my update. I'll just keep going with it until it's like more solid.
As far as just picking between templates, that's definitely the one to go with. It's a good, very good start.
You have an email account with that?
It comes with, yes,
With
if
the
we use
domain.
as far as I look, I did the bpfund.org, and from what I understand from my own account, yeah, it comes with like unlimited email. It's not unlimited, but it comes with a,
Actually, when I got the domain was just for the email account because we needed like the info. So every time somebody joins the board, I add it, but then I remove it, somebody leaves the board and everything.
Just sent the Square login.
oh, perfect.
If you wanna do on your, you will have to do that. The
Mhm.
info at your thing and then
Mm-hmm.
the forwarders, so everybody gets forwarded.
Yep. I mean, we could all have our own, if we do bpfund.org, we could be Jill at bpfund, Jonathan, and,
Yeah.
and then you can.
People don't wanna use that because then you have to log into the site and
No, you can hook it up to whatever email service you use. So if you use Outlook or if you use like your phone, like whatever email
okay.
thing you're generally using, you
Right.
just link it just one time. You log in one time with the password and stuff, and then you don't always have to go to like the Ionos website and log in. But that doesn't. I mean, however you want to manage the email, it's fine. Because you can still set it up that it forwards everybody when someone emails anyone. Like if somebody emails info@bpfund.org, that email would be forwarded to everyone. Like you could set that up,
That's the idea.
whatever people want. That's fine.
So you can have a backup from all the emails because it's saved over there.
Mhm.
It's good to have the backup of all the conversations.
Yeah, Ionos saves, I think, for 1 month. Like even if you delete that, like Ionos stores your emails for 1 month. I think
Only
after-
for 1 month, are you sure?
I'm not sure, no.
Okay. The one that I have, they store it forever unless
Forever,
you have like 10
unless they're deleted. I'm saying if you
gigabytes,
delete your
whatever.
email, then they still save it for a month. Like if you delete it, like it's completely gone from your access,
Oh, okay.
Ionos still keeps it for another 30 days. But other than that, of course, if you have it in your email account, they have the email
It's still
account.
there. Okay. And with the Amazon, you already set up that?
The Amazon is set up. I'll send everyone the log. That's with
Yeah, I saw that.
the login is info@biscayneparkfoundation.org. And the password, I'll email it. I don't want to say it out loud.
Put on the record.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. But so then, if we were to publish the wish list, for example, people can just purchase something right from our wish list. They pay for it, and then it will, like, we can put the like we can put the rec center address or village hall address, and it will just be shipped right to the rec center or village hall.
All right. So anything else?
No, that's it for me.
Okay. And then we have the treasury report. Have some money that there were $500 in donations from people that wanted to do Earth Hour, and then we paid the band with those $500. So that was a wash. And then there's all the other money that came from St. Patrick's Day. To Square, direct cash, and what's the other one? Oh, Zelle, direct Zelle, cash, and Square. And then we pay the band $500 to spend $1,000. How much was that we spent? collected $193.41. We spent 11.
From the event, and Jill, I was gonna ask you, because I know we were working on like some of the renovations for the park. If we do it, would it be like all encompassing at one time, or would we focus on like, doing one item from any donations? Like, for example, we have some donations from St. Patrick's, and then we have donations from Earth Day, to incentivize, I guess is the right word, to ask people in the community to continue to donate or consider. Do you think it'd be a good idea to maybe do one of the items that you had on the presentation, or you would prefer to have like all of it done?
For the rec center, I mean, I would just want the community to know what the overall project is first. And then we could discuss like maybe prioritizing one certain area over another area. And I would kind of want to hear, oh, my computer just died, so I'm not going to see you on Zoom anymore. But we can I wanted to find out from the community members, like, do they even like I wanted to get feedback from the community, which I haven't done yet because I don't have a way to convey the information exactly yet. But that's coming. And then once I get feedback from people, like if they like it or they like this part or not that part, or they would love to do like the TV and the sound system, or they're more interested in getting some like cafe style tables in the front, we could kind of go from there. I would kind of want to go with what the community wants to do. And if they see the whole plan and everybody likes the whole thing, then I would probably just say, go ahead, you can either donate to the general fund, or you can say, I want my money to go towards the TV, or I want my money to go towards the little library. Or they can go ahead and look at the Amazon wish list, which is already populated with like everything I could think of that would be cool to have. It's just a wish list. It's not like we have to have these items. But we could work together and tailor it more, or especially weaving in like community feedback that we get. I would use all of that to determine how we go about asking for the donations.
Do you know how hard it would be for us to do, like, I think they're called monkey survey. I don't know if you've ever done one, where it's like, it's a generic survey that they send you a link and you ask, do you think it'd be an issue now that the city has that email blast, where we can ask them to kind of generate like a blast with a link for people to just click, residents to click and provide the information? Do you think?
I would love that. Definitely. I was thinking of I wanted to kind of put a very quick basic presentation of what the idea is, and then do exactly that. So some kind of survey. I thought of like Google Forms, I've done different surveys as the head of the safety watch thing that I am. I did surveys with that and got feedback. So I did want to do that as well. Yeah. Any way that we have to do that would be great.
Okay. Yeah, because like George said, I know the feedback that I've gotten is like that new email blast, like a lot of people are getting more of it. So, but I don't know how, like, can we ask just Mario to just send an email blast in reference to a survey like that, or?
I would definitely not hesitate to ask, but we have to do it first, or like we have to plan out like how are we going to do the survey before we ask him? Because I don't want to ask him and then he says yes, and then it takes us a while to get everything together, and then we go back to him and he's like, where do you then we have to ask again. It's like a whole thing. So
right.
Maybe we need to work on getting all like the foundation of the idea and the presentation together, and then like hand it over somehow and ask for feedback.
Okay, well, keep me posted if there's anything you need for me to do, because I think that'd be a great idea to, blast out to the residents.
Absolutely agree.
That's it then. So anything else for tonight? All right. Yes.
All right. When is our next meeting?
Sorry,
Our
she couldn't
next
hear you,
meeting is
Nicole.
Tuesday, May 10th,
May
the
10th.
second Tuesday of the month.
Nicole was just asking a question, Jesse, sorry. Yeah.
No, the way it works is like this. The foundation has a bank account and the boards don't have a bank account because they are not incorporated. So the foundation being a not-for-profit was incorporated by the city of Biscayne Park. We are sitting on the board. We have a bank account. That bank account is a not-for-profit. So all the boards, when they raise funds, like the art board, they have Mango Fest and they have a farmer's market before with the art show. They have different events and they raise funds. So those funds, they cannot keep them because they don't have a bank account for the board. So they give it to the foundation. We set it apart for the art board. When the art board want to spend those funds, they have a meeting, they approve the spending, and we give them a check.
So there's,
If you want to have an event or whatever, and you had to pay something, you had to have the meeting, the art board had to approve it because the funds that we have for the art board were raised by the art board. They raise funds, they spend it in some of those benches over there, and there is one more coming, and that's it. The rest of the funds, they are in the.
so the boards can raise their own money, like your art board, you guys can raise, you can take money from people all you want. People give you money, you can take it and you can use it. What?
Foundation is tax
Do
deductible.
anything you want, but those donations would not be tax deductible for the donators because they're just giving you money to you guys and you're not a nonprofit with the tax exempt designation. We have the tax exempt designation. So if the funds are threaded through us, then they are tax deductible to the donor and we're a tax exempt entity. And plus, as an official entity with the board, people feel like, okay, I know that if I give the money, there's like accountability. We're required to disclose our finances. They must be made public. We have to show them to the IRS. So it's like very, people can trust when they donate the money. But that doesn't mean that someone who doesn't have the tax exempt status from the IRS or not incorporated, you can certainly ask people for money and they can give it. You can't like misrepresent that you're collecting money for a nonprofit reason or that, you know, but you can say my group, my board is throwing an event. We need this money. Or, you know, we want to have this music group or these music students. And those people can pay the music students directly or whatever, however it works. It's just not going to be tax deductible. It's not. Yes, if we vote on that. So like, that's definitely what other boards have, like in your own board, it's happened before. But it's not like automatic, so you can't just, I guess, go out and be like, do this, but you just come present us the idea, we vote on it, and then, yeah.
By being part of the city, first you have to be approved by the city to do a fundraiser or whatever you want to do. The commission has to approve that. Once the commission approves, you can raise the funds. The check will go to the Biscayne Park Foundation and we set it aside for you. But you have to get it approved and the board, of course, has to have an approval between yourselves too. We can give you an in-kind. That will be in kind, like when you donate.
Yes, but
There is not money, so it's an in-kind donation.
that's possible, but I'm not, yeah. Mhm. that might have to ask our village lawyer, only because, not because that the in-kind donation is fine, but because of the conflict that you're on the board and it's right, so we'd have to be careful that it's not a conflict isn't the right word, but you know what I'm saying, because she's essentially getting it. Right. Mhm. I know it can be an in-kind donation from somebody, but she's involved, she's on a board offering her services. That might be like a, because you know how you have to financially disclose and show that you are not directing an organization's finances towards yourself. Like, so, yeah, let's say, okay, because my husband, he does installation of TVs and stuff, and I want to revamp the rec center. He can't do the rec center thing because it's like I'm on the foundation, so he can't financially benefit because I'm part of the group that's directing the funds that way. So I'm not sure about that, and I don't know. I mean, I certainly wouldn't make a big deal, but right, yeah. The in-kind, I think the in-kind donation by itself, that's perfectly normal and fine. The methodology works, but in this particular case where, right, if you were just a community resident, like Renee, he came, I want to play music, we paid him, that's fine. But if he joins the board, it might be in a conflict, like if Renee's on the board and he's like, okay, now I'm
Yeah, if
offering
he joins
my,
our board, I don't think we can say.
right? Or it has to go through, like if the village is doing it, it has to go through a competitive bidding process, right? And that, as long as it's a competitive bid,
We will have to ask for advice from the city lawyer.
exactly, I think it's so,
Government.
yeah, I really don't
it's
know
a
like the ins and outs.
complicated law.
Yeah, very
It is,
complicated,
it is.
but yeah.
You got to be very careful. Everything got to be with minutes, approved and all that.
There's some people in the village or in any place, they're very particular about details and yeah, so just
Yeah.
some people here have a lot of time on their hands and they love investigative work and just, yeah, so. But I think that as a advisory board, you all have access to the village attorney. You could maybe send an email asking that question. And then you have that as evidence, like the attorney told me that it's fine. We can figure it out, yeah.
All right, I think we're done here. Our next meeting will be Tuesday, May 10th, 7 p.m. And meeting is adjourned 8:41. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, guys.